Now, if you want me to change the name, I don't know what the Virginia artillery battalions were called historically. That's outside the scope of my knowledge. But I'd be happy to go a bit historical here. And also, I did not apparently change, I forgot to change that Holmes division is a mega division with 12,000 men. They have 5 brigades and they're all very large. But this is not their first battle. Remember, they were in Bull Run a week ago up at Alexandria. So they are veterans. We have... why can't I see the name of the troops here? Oh, Stonewall's Brigade, Archer's Brigade, Bee's Brigade, Smith's Brigade, and Bartow's Brigade. And here on the right, we have Stuart's cavalry with 1 star already. Okay, that's it. But we are facing actually only 7,000 Union men. So I'm planning on counterattacking them if they show their ugly faces around here, Mama's Crossroads. So let's see what happens. We will advance. Oh, I put them in single line and I put them on long range fire as well. You have to do that every single stupid battle, but... Okay, some good news is that my economy has turned from negative to positive this week that I played off camera. So that means that as it stands now, if I do no investments, I am not subsidizing, I haven't ordered any weapons, haven't ordered any ships. The only thing I've done is I built a depot on map over Army of the West around Rolla, is it? I mean, you know, Army of the West and the Missouri State Guard, they needed a depot. That cost me 1.4 million. And as far as I remember, they always cost around 2 million, like 1.8, 1.9. So somehow I don't recognize the price of 1.4 million of a depot. So that's a bit weird. Is it because the armies are smaller now, or have they adjusted the cost in the recent patch? Is it an AOM mod? Am I just not paying attention enough when I'm building? I haven't built that many depots in total. You only build like, as the Confederacy, maybe 3, 4 during an entire campaign. At least I do, because they're expensive. Not only to build, but also to maintain. So, okay, but anyway, 1.4 million, that's what I spent so far. And that's it. So, Holmes here. Theophilus H. Holmes. And of course it's Beauregard. And Johnston is the army commander. Now, I don't know if this is a vanilla thing or a AOM mod, but I find that the Confederates, they have excellent high tier leaders, brigade, like generals, brigade leaders. They don't have so many good lower tier leaders. I don't know if that is because they are randomly created, or if that's just how it was in the war. Is that a historical fact? Let me know in the comments, because I sure don't know. I had an impression that even on like levels of colonels and majors, that the Confederates enjoyed an advantage, at least in morale, compared to the Union leaders early war. But I don't know. So I can't tell you how good these... Of course, I picked out the best leaders that I could find. Especially for these large brigades. You see they have Springfield riflemen. I've given good weapons, Derringers, and I've got given good leaders to these large starting brigades. So if there is an elite, you know, I guess you could consider this the elite of the South for now. So all in all, it's interesting. I think my surplus is around 30 million right now. As you know, the economical stats are quite unstable in this game, so it's really hard to know. First I was like 80 million deficit, then I was 70 million plus. Now I think after a week, I think it kind of evened out on a 30 million plus per year. I owe 40 million in bonds, so if I waited a year without investing a single dime, I could repay my loans. That's not going to happen probably, but of course I want to invest in subsidies. Now it's kind of fun to like, what is the first thing I want to subsidize? Usually you would go like, oh, that would be weapons. Let's order super good weapons. No, I'm not gonna do this time. We're gonna have a cheap, stupid, badly equipped Southern Army. That's it. Gonna save money. Spend it on Navy, maybe. Well, depots. At least one in the West. All right, enough talking. Let's see. We are in Salem. It's the 27th of July. First day, very clear. And we're outnumbering the enemy 2-1 according to our scouts. Do we get experience for fortifying with breastworks here? It's a bit gamey. Oops. I suspect you can get a little bit of experience from building breastworks. I haven't really made up my mind how I'm gonna do with fortifications, but considering you have so much fewer engineering points, it doesn't feel as and playing as the South on maximum difficulty and a mod. I don't feel super exploity building breastworks like this mid-combat. Okay, I guess we could go speed 20. Oh, it's in the evening. Huh. I suppose they might withdraw. But if they do withdraw, at least I've given you a recap of what's been going on the last week in this and the new patch of the AOM overhaul mod. Oh, here comes the army. They don't have good morale. They were flashing. Let's see. Does Jackson have... Why isn't he firing? He doesn't have line of sight over there? Guess not. It's unfortunate. I guess we fight until 9 o'clock since it's July. That's the latest you can fight. It's fairly nice that in the winters the days are shorter. I like that. And yeah, I actually said something nice about this game. Oh, wait. My artillery... Oh, they're moving out of their position. Okay, I guess. So let's see what we got here. First Brigade, Second Brigade. You can see the leader names. Benton and... What does it say? Schleich? Schleich? I don't know him. That's not a name. I made one avatar leader. You can create your own leader now in the game, and I made one with my own personal name on it, but I haven't been able to find it. I made it regular army. Maybe that's why you just can't place regular army leaders on state brigades, or I'm doing something wrong. So they are quite good leaders. I don't know if you make your own leader, what rank they become. Are they colonels? Are they lieutenants? I don't know. But they are actually quite good low tier leaders if you make. So if I were to make 10 personal leaders because it's fun, that would actually influence the balance of the game a bit. So I don't think... You should, I mean, do one leader maybe. If you're doing Patreon stuff, sure, fine, whatever. But it's not trivial to make a whole bunch of your own fun leaders. It's gonna help you have a better officer corps. Our artillery has opened up. Are we under artillery fire as well? No, this is smoke from marching, right? I can see here Jackson's artillery is opening up. I'm gonna move up Jackson himself. So these howitzers don't have the longest range, but considering they're howitzer, they should have exploding shells. Isn't that better than like a round shot? I guess we're gonna send out our skirmishes here in the evening. There was a patch note about skirmishes reattaching, but that was after battles. That wasn't... if they had nothing to do with next day of tactical battles. It was after battle has finished. Skirmishes would automatically reattach themselves now. I never had problem with my skirmishes not reattaching after a battle. Is that a problem? And they are going to a very weird location. No, they're not. They're not. We're using, yeah, rifle muskets here. Reboard muskets. We have them on the run. Arches detachment. Let's see if we can get some protection in the forest. No, you know what you should do. Halt here. You don't want to be moving when the day ends, because it counts like you'll be running all night, running around, and they're gonna start with very low cohesion. So maybe I just pull those skirmishes in. Let's do that for the entire... Let's see if I can pull all skirmishes in from the entire division. I probably messed something up now, seriously. I don't like that the game kind of... If you're... Let's see what happens here. But when there's like half an hour or 10 minutes left of the day, you should probably order a halt to all your troops. Because the game's gonna punish you if you do something during the night, whatever it is. Okay, it looks like all my skirmishers are inside. Can I order my entire... I wonder if I give them a halt. It's only 2 minutes left, so this is... Yeah, it's not gonna get out there time. And... the end of the day. So, interesting. The AI is actually attacking. They're not withdrawing. So the patch note that said that at least probe before retreating seems to hold true. We got a bit of resupply, around 30-40% resupply, but this is a mystery to me. Here I get 57% and the barrel's red. Why are high resupply barrels colored red? It seems to be consistent. No, it's not. I just remembered. Sometimes when you get like 0 or very low resupply, the barrels are red. Also, when it's very high, the barrels are red. I can only surmise it's a graphical bug. These days, it's a lot easier for me to just think, oh, it's a bug. Because when I first started playing and recording videos of this game, I thought like, there's no way in hell there can be that many. It must be me not having figured stuff out. Now it's just like, there's so many bugs and glitches and weird stuff going on that most of the time I was like, they'll fix that maybe someday. Okay, new day. We got 1.5 engineering points. Do you notice how they lowered it? I would have gotten 10, 15, 20 engineering points in the old patch. So this is, I love this. This is perfect. I wonder if we should, I think we should place the artillery back into the, although they are not in a very good position here. They don't have, oh, they fixed this. Look, I can teleport leaders now, day 2. They had a patch note about this. Earlier, you couldn't teleport leaders. You can when you set up the first day, but the second day you would have to move them manually. You could give them movement orders in the setup phase, but you couldn't teleport them. Look, now I can teleport them. Okay, that's nice. So, second day, I think you, again, yeah, you have to repeat the order for long range. I don't know what the default, what would be the default range that the troops are allowed to engage if you don't give them any orders? Would that be medium? Well, we're gonna give our entire army long range. I think they should have long range as default, and only if you want to save on ammunition or maybe make an ambush, you'd lower it manually. I don't like that you have to do this. Since you only do it once per day, I usually remember it, and it's not that big of a deal, but it's not an advantage, of course. Okay, do we send out our skirmishers from start? No, I don't think so. Okay. That's it, huh? So we could build 1.5 engineering points something. Well, that's not a lot, I can tell you that. Let's see here. I think we're gonna have our cavalry ready to flank over here. Or should we? The cavalry has sharp carbines, right? It's our best cavalry. I think I'll use that cavalry. Let's see. If we were to do... Let's see, how large a section of parapet can you build with 1.5 points? Yes, this is a bit gamey. And you might even say I'm exploiting the AI, am I? Okay, you can actually build 2 sections, but you cannot reinforce it. You see, I don't get... No, it's a 3 section, all right. But anyway, we're gonna place our cavalry there and dismount them and put them in loose order. So they can use their sharp carbine against this unit there. Okay, oh, there we go. All right, I think this is gonna be it for now. Oh, except I'm almost a bit anxious these first battles, but we got this. They are winded from moving. You see, if they had rested the entire night, I would like to see them rested in the morning. I don't like troops starting with low cohesion the next day just because they were moving at the end of it. Sure, they would have been tired after the day's march approaching yesterday, but I think the only reason they had this low cohesion symbol is because they were moving when the day ended. Let's go. Oh, we're not in range. Okay. So lay down, can you? Yeah, you can lay down. How about these boys? Are they firing? The Union is firing. So they have some mega modern weapons. You know, I'm gonna order these fellas to come up here and flank. Yeah, and my artillery is blind, and we got a wounded leader. No, Smith. Yeah, Kirby Smith. He's a really good leader. That's not good. Oh Jesus. Yeah, that's what you get for using old weapons. But these are rifle muskets. They have 280 yards. What the hell are they fielding? 280 yards range. That's good range. They do have an order to move. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. That's unlucky. Okay, I guess I had to order them to shoot manually. They are moving, aren't they? That's amazing. They don't have protection though from the breastwork. It's a bit unfortunate. Marching. Oh, now they have protection and they're firing. We're gonna send in the cavalry to use their sharp carbines as well. Look at the range. It's pitiful. Now. Oh. Okay. I suppose the artillery will protect us on our left flank. I think the artillery has opened up. Yep. Jackson has started to his troops are untrained though. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, AI. Stewart in contact. Good, good. Yeah, we're gonna mount a counter attack here on the right flank, aren't we? I think I can go double speed. We're gonna have... Oh, poor Kirby Smith. I hope he recovers. But is it sometimes or always that they have worse stats after becoming wounded? Okay, we're gonna engage this battery here with our skirmishers. And then I think we're gonna angle with our troops here. And the Union is making a push on the left flank. I'm not sure how well they're doing. They are under artillery fire from Jackson's battery. Virginia battery. These orders are taking a long time to get through. I don't even see any carrier symbol on the map. Sorry, am I shouting? Not the sound from the game is quite loud. I do hope the streaming oh no, an entire brigade just ran away. Archer panicked. What the hell? That was unexpected. Archer, you're broke. Okay, maybe he took all of these Union troops' fire. Okay, I don't have any reserves. I don't know what to do about that. I could... Okay, I'm gonna send down B's brigade here. Nah, I'm not. That's fine. Hey, Archer! I'm not happy with your performance here. Are they charging or running away? What's happening here? Enemies retreating. Okay, we got... So we have... what is it? 13 minutes to inflict some damage. Oh, that's not gonna... I think we can just take our entire Holmes division and advance them. Okay, that was a nice little battle. That cost them 750. Okay, we actually lost 300 men. So they're 750. So 2-1 losses. I thought it would be worse for them, but... Well, at least we won the battle. Unfortunately, we lost. We got one leader wounded and one brigade broken. I'm not super thrilled with this outcome. I thought it would be worse for them. I thought it was just gonna be a disaster. Oh my god, it's raining so much. Yeah, welcome to fall in Sweden. Very fun weather. It's gonna be raining for 8 months now. It's so fun. And okay, we lost 300 troops. They lost 15 guns and 700 men. I mean, sure, it's a victory. McClellan, sorry you lost, but could be worse. I think it could have been worse. We got a Confederate minor victory, and now the AOM overhaul mod changes the amount of national morale drop, so it's only 0.20%, and I guess military experience is taken down a bit as well. We gain a little bit of it, but the unit should be gaining some military experience as well. It's not only winning, it's fighting, losing troops, isn't it? I think so. But I like how the mod has made it so that you have to fight more intensely and more often for your national morale to drop. I think it's a good balance things. We actually captured 400 rifles and 6 guns. Right now, I guess see, the way I figure now this campaign, let's say the AI was a serious threat. Maybe it is in the mod, in the new patch, on hardest difficult settings. I don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, one resource that I never ran out of so far on either side are volunteers. And I was like, oh, if there's a long war, if there's a lot of fighting, if there are historical civil war losses, yada yada, we're gonna use drafted troops, they're gonna be bad. But I always had plenty of volunteers to use, but I lacked money. So instead of buying weapons for all these volunteers, they're gonna fight with crappy weapons, die, and I'll just use more of a mass army and I'll save money. Money is the scarce resource. That's the bottleneck as far as I consider. In this war, in this campaign, it is. And we are now fielding 85 to 86,000 troops. I also discovered that on an overview, I didn't see that, like the Union, the South had any contracts running out in 11 days after the Battle of Bull Run. So I don't think they had any 3-month volunteers like the Union has. But as you can see here on the third row from the bottom, estimated loss of manpower through contract expires within 3 months, 0. So I do believe we have like 11 of 12 months left of all our contracts. That means I don't have to research the 20, well, I don't have to get up here until wherever it says longer contracts allow lengthening the contract of new volunteers to 36 months or the end of the war. Meaning if the war ends, the contracts will be terminated. Well, that makes sense. Longer contracts allow units to remain in the army long enough to become effective in battle. That makes sense too. Requirement quotas are increased. Is it all the way down here in the Conscription Act that it says that existing volunteer contracts are lengthened to 3 years? So maybe you need to go down all the way here for our current 12-month contracts to not cease to exist and those units go home. That hasn't happened to me, so I don't know. But if you get here, it definitely says on the tooltip that all contracts should be prolonged. What's so curious is that when I play the Union in the AOM mod, but I don't think the mod changes this, when my 1-year contracts ended, the Union units stayed on the map. I don't know if volunteers and draft troops from the pool was taken away and they lost some manpower that way, and that's how the game implements contracts ending. But you would think like, hey, this military unit with 2-star experience, been fighting for a year, you have not done anything with the policies, the unit should be disbanded and disappear from the map, but we'll see about that. But I'm not going to worry too much about this military policy tree. I'm going to worry about the economy for now, that's what I'm saying. And I'll just show you where the Battle of Salem was. It's down here in the central Appalachian Mountains, and now the Army of Occupation is in retreat. We have the Army of West Virginia here with 5,000 men, but it's resting, and some of those troops are on their way to be recruited. So Walker's army is weaker than it appears. I think he'll be able to fight McClellan's 6,000 now after this, if he just can get to rest. Probably I should build a depot here or move him to a depot. So now we probably can move Army of Shenandoah up to Harper's Ferry and have them guard another, how to put it, entrance or gateway or approachable route into the